morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 12th of September. Oh gosh, I can't even keep track, guys. What is happening with this year? It is just flying along like at a crazy speed. Welcome anybody new to my channel. We've built a community here of people who pretty much share what's really going on in their countries. As we know, we don't see a lot of it on mainstream media. We just get fed bits and pieces and not always the truth, do we, guys? Don't forget, guys, like buttons, and please feel free to comment. It's lovely to hear from you. I try and get back to you all within a day or two, because I am interested in what you guys have to say and your opinions as well. We all have different viewpoints, don't we? But mostly on this channel, we're pretty much on the same page, I would say, when it comes to Clown Show 2.0, I call it, guys, that is happening this year. Geez, everyone, I've got a little bit of raspberry lemonade. I've got the, what is it, Wild Original. It's very yummy. Still not on coffee yet, guys. All right, a bit of admin this morning. We've still got the anti-war weapon protesters going on here in Melbourne. They've got the big war conference with all the gadgets and gizmos, and it's getting ugly. The police have pulled out the capsicum spray. They've got the horses. It's like basically a shit show down there, guys. It reminded me of the CV protests that went on in Melbourne. Nothing different there. Tear gas, it's all happening. And I think this is the last day of that convention, the war convention. So we'll see how that wraps up. But there's been a lot of arrests down there, guys. So a little bit of mixed crowd, I'd say. We've got plasticine protesters, all sorts of protesters down there. Climate extinctions protesters are there. There's a big variety. And they're calling them, of course they are, they're calling them the worst thing out, like the fringe minority. Remember that? I think it was Trudeau that used those words, fringe minority group. And they're just saying how they're violent and out of control. We know this is what they do. What starts off as a peaceful protest ends up crazy because the police always pretty much, especially in Melbourne, tend to escalate things with their capsicum spray and everything. Anyway, I'm sure they're all as bad as each other, but watch this space, guys. I'm sure you've seen some footage if you're overseas. Oh, sorry, guys. I had a massage this morning. I'm a bit weary with that muscle manipulator guy. I'm still going to him, which has really made a huge difference to my sciatica, I have to say. We can't not talk about it. Oh, yes, the Trump and Kamala Harris debate. Well, what a circus. I ended up turning it off halfway through. It was as boring as bats S. Excuse the French. And Trump, what I did get from Trump was he is definitely going to address the immigrant issues, which I'm sure would make a lot of Americans very happy if he was going to get them out of the country and have them deported again. But of course, Kamala, all she talked about is her wonderful tax cuts. She's going to give $50,000 to start up anyone starting a small new business. Why would anyone start a small business when the economy is rubbish and businesses are closing down by the day? Because she knows none will start up. That's ridiculous. And she also highlighted that Trump is a criminal who has had a lot of felony charges. She just kept highlighting that. And of course, she brought up the riots and how terrible Trump was during the riot. And again, Trump just got back to, well, close the border gates. Good question by Trump there, I would say. And the other thing that really got up my nose, guys, and I'm sure a lot of you are the same. Oh, yeah, we've got to have Taylor Swift coming back into it again, giving her endorsement to Kamala Harris. Yes, she's endorsing Kamala because I'm sure that Tay is very politically aware and, you know, she likes to have her opinion because I'm sure it helps. Maybe she's perhaps could be just saying on the payroll, but she does seem to try and get the young votes, doesn't she? So we've got Taylor Swift commenting again and getting back in the, it's exhausting. Same crap, different day, guys. The political arena again and having her opinion because it's always a very important value to everybody, isn't it? What Taylor Swift has to say. I can't believe the world we're living in, guys. How is the world coming to this? I don't even get it. Oh, I can't even believe it. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of the politics. How about I close my eyes, guys? We'll get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. Oh, my goodness. There's just too much going on in the world, isn't there, guys? And yes, thanks for your feedback on the Raw Kardashian Kate Middleton video. What the hell? If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. I don't even know what to think. To me, it was a big slap in the face for people who have had cancer. I know a lot of you out there on my channel have gone through this journey and had a very difficult time. I don't think you're going to come out looking so like your life's perfect and wonderful and everything's just going so well. Like, we don't even know what sort of cancer. They haven't even said what she's had. I'm just finding that... Sorry, guys. I'm just finding that unbelievable. And yet another thing that's unbelievable about the Raw Kardashians. Anyway, keep letting me know what you think, guys, if you haven't seen it. Oh, God. Sorry, guys, you got to go check it out. The Raw Kardashians are getting very tiring with their silly nonsense. Oh, anyway. Oh, and I think Charles is paying us a visit. Aren't we lucky down under? Oh, great. I think it's in October. Oh, I'm sure we'll all be hearing about it on the news. All right, how about we get into the reading, guys, and let's see what comes up. Yeah, I'm getting post the games now. Post the Olympics, post the Paralympics. Here we go. France is kicking off. They're not happy in France. People feel like they've been dismissed by Macron, which we know that they have, and they're rising now into their truth, strength, and power. That's what I'm getting. France is rising. Yay. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. Everything that's going on is draining people of life. People are drained. They're tired. I'm getting the UK and I'm getting stand-ups, fight-backs. People have had enough. People are ropeable about Starmageddon. We know he's not winning anyone over. He's rolling everything out just as he's been told to by his puppet masters. But people in the UK are going to stand. They're going to fight back against this nonsense and rubbish. They don't want it. People don't want control. People don't want to be dictated to. So I am getting that. I'm still seeing UK rising in a massive way. I'm seeing like massive streets full of people in the UK. And they're protesting about everything. But mostly it's this cost of living. And the way their country's going, which is pretty much down the toilet if you're in the UK. I think you all know that. No surprises. So I am getting that. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people on the streets. Not seeing a lot of... Oh, sorry, guys. What is happening to me today? The energy that is going on at the moment is very, very draining for people. I'm not seeing a lot of violence in these protests, is what I'm getting back to. But I am seeing an enormous amount of people marching. All right. And you could still be getting strikes too, a lot of strikes over there about wage rises and things like that, because we know none of it's fair and equal. Oh. And how some of these people like AMBOs, nurses, doctors, etc., they're certainly not getting the saving lives, you know, all the while, not getting the equivalent wages to the politicians, etc. So you're definitely going to get strikes and things around these areas. I'm getting New Zealand. I'm getting bank accounts, but I'm getting fees and charges might be rising in New Zealand around. We know it's happening globally, but I am feeling the bank accounts. Could be the costs, the fees and charges. Just getting this around New Zealand. Bank fees are rising. I'm just getting that. We know that's going to happen globally too, but I am getting that for New Zealand. People are starting to wake up, guys, to the tap and go costs now. They really are. But I am getting that's rising a lot in New Zealand. This might be a way of see, we know that banks work sort of with the government. I am just getting that. I'm just getting the banks are just obviously ripping people off again, but the fees and charges are going up in New Zealand. I bought something yesterday actually here, it reminds me, and the girl actually said, oh, and plus 25%. And I said, what's that? The bank fee? I was like, that's a fair bit, isn't it, guys? So we know the banks, as we've been saying, I'm sorry guys, it's like winter here again today. We had spring and now we're back in winter again. It's grey skies and freezing. As we know, all these bank fees are going to go up. What was once 2%, 5% is now going to go up to like 25%, etc. We know it's happening. I'm sure it's happening where you guys are living, but I am getting this for New Zealand. Changes in your bank costs, fees and charges. All right. Oh, a bird's loud today out there, isn't he? Can you hear him? I'm getting Mediterranean seas, sort of showing me turbulence, Mediterranean. Could be abnormally cold temperatures. I wouldn't imagine the Mediterranean you'd get too many cold temperatures, but could we see, we know there's a lot of climate change going on with everyone getting extreme heat. Like I said here, the snow's melting. They've shut a lot of the ski fields down early. Now I'm getting this Mediterranean, like abnormally cold. I'm getting abnormally cold. It's just what I'm getting. Unusual temperatures I'm getting for winter. It's just what I'm getting. Because when you think Mediterranean, don't you think Greek islands and warm and sunny and coastal, and I'm getting, well, cold temps. Abnormally cold temps. Oh, they're showing me visuals. I'm getting Australia, and I'm getting Elbow down here in Oz, and he's got like, he's like standing with Xi with their Chinese red jackets on, or they're like, you know, those Chinese kind of jackets that they wear, and they're wearing matching jackets, like they're all pally now, like they're, you know, doing the old pinky swear and all that. That's what I'm getting for Elbow and Xi the Chinese leader. This can't be good. And this is down in Oz. I'm getting there's a real tie and connection with Panda. Elbow is really, it's saying put us in the mud. We're stuck in the mud now with Panda in Australia. This is about trading, selling us off, commodities, etc. I feel like Elbow's very pally with Xi Jinping, and he's put Australia in the mud. Meaning it's going to take a long time for Australia to crawl its way out of the mess that Elbow has created. But it's saying like, well, it's showing Xi Jinping on an even keel with Elbow. Like it's showing the two of them together in these red, like Chinese tops, these red tops with like yellow detailed buttons and things on them. I'm just getting this, standing together. And Elbow's all proud and of his achievements, and this is just what I'm getting. Oh God, this cannot be good. Xi Jinping down under. No, I am getting that. So there's real ties and connections to China with Australia, thanks to Elbow, who, like they said, has put us in the mud, and it's going to take us a long time to crawl out of that mud. I guess that, you know, depends how long he's in for, but it will take the next leader a while to navigate the nonsense that Elbow's got us into, apparently. Oh, it sounds so bad, doesn't it? See, it's all about power, isn't it? Elbow's given China too much, or Panda, too much. We call China Panda here, if you knew. He's given them too much power in Australia. Okay, let's move on. You know how much I love reading Australia? Not. Okay. I feel like Trudeau is a mentor to someone younger. He's trying to like train somebody up to take his position, or he's working on someone coming in and him teaching them the ropes. I am getting this for Joe. He wants someone to be able to continue all the lovely hard work that he's done and all the things he's implemented in China, which I'm sure most of you living there don't want to continue. But I feel like he's mentoring someone, or he's training someone, he's teaching someone. He's got like this right-hand person that he thinks, well, if I ever did decide to move on or retire or whatever, because we know he pretty much won't get voted out, he's got this new predecessor that can come in and just continue his work where he left off. That's what I'm getting. He's looking at that now. He's looking at that avenue to make sure that he's got other people on board with his, it's saying landscape of his rollout, with the landscape of his rollout. So someone's really in the know and has the knowledge of where this is all headed. And we know where it's all headed. We don't call it China for nothing, do we, guys? So I am getting that. I feel like it's like he's got a little mini-me. That's what I'm getting. That's the word that comes to mind, like off that Austin Powers show, mini-me. Someone that he's training up to run the country like him. Oh, my God. How come no one gets to vote for their leader in Canada? It's weird, isn't it, in China, I mean? But I am getting that for him. He doesn't want to have done all this work for nothing and then it just falls by the wayside. He wants this to keep going, Trudeau. We know he does. So I am getting that for China. He's working on how to move this all forward into the future. It could be down the track. It's not the next year, but he's aware of that he wants this all to continue, all his hard work. See, he feels like he's laid the really good foundation and he's done half the building. So we need someone who can also finish off the building as well. Lovely. You just wish that building would crumble in China, don't you? I know you do. Oh, all right. He's such a tyrant, isn't he? A dictating tyrant. All right. Hasn't this CV variance thing gone quiet? Well, we're going to start hearing about that more. I'm getting this word like cherry, like they're showing me cherries, like off a cherry tree. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting this around the CV virus. There'll be some, I'm just getting cherry, or maybe the name sounds like cherry. There's always going to be a new virus to scare the pants off everybody and lay all the fear platforms again. But I'm getting this cherry. Hang on. I'm not sure. I'm just getting cherry, or maybe it affects the cherry industry. I don't know. But I'm just getting the word cherry, like they're showing me cherries as well. Not sure, guys. I'll just put it out there whenever they give it to me, because something can happen years down the track, can't it? Cherries. Oh, they're so nice, cherries too. We're coming into cherry season now. They come out in summer, don't they? I'm just getting that. Something. It could be a disease. It could be something like that we might hear about down the track. But of course, everything's always a worldwide issue and a big drama, and I am getting that. I'm getting like, oh God, more variants, more head colds. There's going to be different strains of this and strains of that. They're going to have all these, well, they're saying they're going to have the jibby-jabby pickies for all these different strains of things. Like there's going to be this flu, then there's that flu, and then you've got the flu, the swine flu, then you've got a flu with the chest RSV or whatever it is. There's all these, magically, as we know, they built factories, luckily, so they can make all these things. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, guys. So they're suddenly going to have all these Oh God, 3 times I usually sneeze. So they're going to line all these things. You can have this shot for that thing and this shot for that thing and that with that and that. And you can have this shot, that a picky that's going to help with this and this, or you can have a picky that helps you with that. Lots more of these pickies are going to be coming out, guys, because there's going to be a lot of fear around a lot of these things, because obviously, as we know, they kind of do get a little bit more, just saying, just my opinion, of course, they do seem to get pushed out into society, and people suddenly seem to get them just as they're releasing their magical potions. So I think we're going to see more of this as the year progresses. As the year goes on, there's going to be more things coming out, and then they'll have the magical cure. Don't think any of this is over yet. I know we've had it for 4.5 years or whatever, guys, but it ain't over. They're still trying to milk it for everything. The old Mpox still hasn't taken off as it goes. We do giggle about that a lot, don't we? But anyway, we won't talk about that for too long because we get too censored on YouTube. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Getting Ireland, I'm seeing protests. I'm seeing people like running. They're not just like walking protests. People are like running towards something, probably running towards their government to knock them off their course. So I am seeing that for Ireland. There's a lot of movement in Ireland. No, I'm still seeing Scotland, but Scotland's much more stable. You guys are much more stable. Whereas I feel in Ireland, it's still more volatile energy. I'm just seeing that people are having to fight harder in Ireland in order to get a response from their government. I feel like Ireland, it's a very different ball game to like Scotland, because you're dealing with different leaders and different decision makers. That's what I'm getting for Ireland. So I'm seeing people running and rushing, like really rushing when they're protesting, like really fighting back against their government. It's a good thing. Let me see if there's anything else, then we'll pull some cards, guys. Seeing pride marches getting bigger and growing as well. I think, now they call it the LGBTIQ or whatever. I think it'll all start to go back a little bit to the pride march of like, you know, appreciate your sexuality. It doesn't matter what you are. I think basically none of us here care if someone's transgender or if they're non-binary or whatever they are. I don't think any of us really would, I would hope, judge people for who they are or what they choose. But I do feel like a lot of this is going to go back to the pride marches are going to be just, well, let's just celebrate who we are instead of trying to, well, shove it down people's faces and have it where we tick every box. And like I said, oh yes, Elbow said he wasn't going to put the transgender thing on the census questionnaire, but now, of course, there it is. Are you transgender or non-binary or whatever you are? But I do feel like these pride marches are going to kind of go back to what, a lot of them are going to go back to what they were, which is about having pride in yourself and pride in your sexuality or who you are. You know, people go and watch these parades. They love it. People aren't judging people of that. But it's when it comes to the transgender males in sport playing with women and the things get dangerous that people do stand up and want to have their say. And it's funny, you know, listening to my daughter even, like she watches a lot of obviously social media, and they were talking about J.K. Rowling and how she speaks out against the transgender in sport and stands up for women's rights and that. And she was just like really, my daughter came in and was really bagging out J.K. Rowling, saying she's transphobic and all. My hubby and I had to kind of set her straight and go, well, actually, she's standing up for women's rights. Like, but you can see how young ones just get trapped by what they see on social media. It has a very big impact on them, doesn't it? I think we might pull some cards, guys. What have we got? I've got Foxfires. We haven't done these for a while. We need a bit of guidance, don't we? We do. Despite that there's a lot going on and a lot of people waking up, you still have your moments where you think, are people seeing this stuff? How are they not seeing it? Like, it's so obvious to us, isn't it? The BS detectors, we know it's all happening. Oh, time to walk alone. Oh, we're used to that, aren't we? I'm getting that song, of course, You'll Never Walk Alone again. You'll never walk alone again. See, this is the interesting part. And we've had this before. We're alone, but we're not lonely. This is the weird thing. We're comfortable as awake souls on this channel. If you're here, you're awake. You can handle your own company. We don't need a lot of people around us. In fact, we find it quite draining and energy zapping of, our strength. So I think that card's appropriate. Time to walk alone. We've been walking alone, a lot of us, because we lost a lot of family and friends too during the last 4.5 years with the whole picky CV event. But we're okay with it. We're okay with it. We're comfortable. We're alone, but we're not lonely, is what I'm getting for that, which is true. Sorry, guys. Wintry day. So I couldn't shoot outside in the sun today. Apologies. Whispering Woods. Ooh. Uncertainty. The shades of grey within the fog will eventually lift. It's like any fog. It always lifts. And, living here in the mountains, we get a lot of fogs over winter. And I know a lot of you live in cold climates too. And you get these beautiful, crisp blue sky days. And the colours really pop on the green leaves on the trees. And all the birds come out. The shades of grey within the fog will eventually lift. They will. And this is what the awakening is. It's happening, guys. Just be patient. Things are becoming clearer and clearer to people. It will eventually. I believe a lot of people will wake up. Maybe not all, but I tell you what, a hell of a lot of people are. I'd be very surprised if people fell for any of this picky stuff again. Because they all got told this, and this, and none of it was true. We're all still here. Anyone unpickied on this channel, or I know that I've got a lot of people here who were forced with mandates to get pickied or who got jab injured as well. These things are coming out. People are talking about it, guys. Let's pull a soul expression card for an outcome. Expectations. I release all of my expectations. I release the expectations others place upon me. I release all conditions. I think we learnt to do that a long time ago. We thought the awakening would happen very quickly and it was slow as a snail, wasn't it, guys? Release the expectations others place upon me. I release all conditions. I guess that's really about letting go, to release all my expectations. And as much as we have, we do have expectations that people will wake up. I think we have a knowing, actually, that people will wake up. But I guess we got to expect, I guess we got to settle our expectations to what that's going to look like, maybe. I talk to you guys a lot about my sister and I have very different viewpoints around the picky wheel and these sort of things. I've shot a video on that, which is very interesting to hear her perspective. I'll leave that over here if anyone hasn't watched it. I think it's a matter of when we know they're not going to come to us and say, how did you know all this? How did you know this years ago? I can't believe you saw all this coming. They're not going to do that, guys. We know they're not going to do that. So don't expect people to just admit they were wrong. They're not going to do that. A lot of people are going to pretend, like I've said, that they knew all this all along and it was all a bit of a giant setup, and they're going to pretend because people don't want to think they've chosen the wrong path. So I think our expectations, we have to not really expect a lot. I mean, look, we've got to be happy that people are waking up and seeing it, because we're not having to go to battle anymore. We're not having to protest and go marching in the streets. We're not having to do that anymore. We're able to step back, like the guides always say, and detach from these things and just watch and allow it to happen without expectation. I think that's something that Eckhart Tolle always talks about too, not having expectations, just accepting things for what they are. Because I think every time in life, if you think about it, when you have had expectations, you always get disappointed because it doesn't go the way that you think it's going to. A lot of us here, I know, have experienced that in life, because we often talk about how we're very invisible to a lot of people. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else to close off with today, guys. Oh, I'm getting this. It's an old song. I go driving in your car. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. It is not a Jaguar. Hair of the bone. What you say? It's quicker if you run. This is not a gift, not a ball, but hello, miss. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm not sure of that song. It's a bit abstract. I know the song, I just can't think of the title of it, guys. And I think probably that's about the materialistic world too that we're currently living in. But I would have to listen to that song to give you the bit of meaning for that. But I think you'd recognise the song. It's quicker if you run. Not sure who sings it. Oh, I can't think. All right, let's keep going. Oh, they give me that song. They just showed me this black and white like kitchen floor. I think that was in the film clip. I'm not sure. But it's called The Dream Police. Remember that? The Dream Police, they live inside of my head. The Dream Police go as me in my bed. Oh, no. And I think that's to do with control. Sometimes I wonder, and I know a lot of you do too, are they reading our thoughts? I do question that. Because sometimes I've thought things and then they'll end up on my phone or my iPad and I go, I didn't say that out loud. Like, or type it into my phone. Not sure, but we are being policed. We know we're becoming the policed countries globally. We're all being policed now, literally by especially AI. Look at YouTube. So I'm getting the Dream Police song. I don't know who sings that. All right, hang on. I'm getting this song, a song that I used to skate to. I'm sure you guys remember it. Big old jet airliner, don't carry me too far away. Big old jet airliner, 'cause I'm here and I got to stay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm getting that song. But you know what's funny? It reminds me the other day of Elbow, who is jet setting off in his private jet again, going somewhere. Or actually Charles and Camilla too, it reminded me. They showed them also near their jet. And I thought, bloody hell, when they all push this renewable crap and they're still jet setting around, aren't they? On their gas-guzzling diesel jets. It's so annoying. It's very frustrating to watch, isn't it, guys? So I'm getting that song, Big Old Jet Airliner. Hang on, and see if there's anything else. I'm getting that song by, is it Chicago? Please don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. Don't go away. Is it Chicago? Oh, no. Oh, I've got muddled up, guys. You leave, come into my lifetime. I had one dream come true. Oh, I know who sings it. I don't think it is Chicago. Who is it? You know what I'm like, guys. I can think of this song, but not always the artist. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Oh, it might be Casey and the Sunshine Band. Oh, that'd be a miracle if I got one. I love that song. I'm getting that song, Please Don't Go. That's a beautiful song. Go listen to that today. Sometimes we don't know here why we get music, guys. Sometimes it's for the words, sometimes for the meaning, sometimes it's for someone out there to get the message. I know Lois, songs mean a lot to you. And a lot of us here, music is very important to us. And it can change our vibration as well if we just listen to music sometimes. I'll see if there's one more thing to close with. Oh, I'm getting that song by The Doors again. We've had this a few times too. Riders on the Storm. Riders on the storm, doom, 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 till this house we're born, da, 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 da. Riders on the storm. I'm getting that, meaning all these people waking up, they're riding the storm. We're not in the storm anymore, guys. We often talk about that being in the center, like being in the eye of the storm where it's very still. we know to stay there. And the storm is like going on around us and we're not in it. But all the people waking up are in it. Their lives are going to be very turbulent for the next, I'd say, year, maybe year and a half. You know, I'm not saying we don't get affected, because we do get the ripple effect, but just remain really grounded, guys. I'm getting that song Riders on the Storm for the people waking up. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. A little bit of variety of music today. I hope you're all going well. Look, it's been a bit of a journey for me, as you all know. I've had a couple of rough months, but I am getting there. I'm improving every day, trying to get back into it. I am sleeping really well, so that always helps, doesn't it, guys? So please take care. Don't forget to comment down below. Hit those like buttons, guys, and it'd be lovely to have you here. Please consider subscribing. Like I said, we've built community and we all sort of chat to each other and let each other know what's really going on in our countries, because we often don't get the actual truths on mainstream media, as we know what they're like. There's only really one narrative on mainstream media, isn't there, guys? So I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care. Bye.